The Kawasaki 900Z1 is a motorcycle with a four-cylinder four-stroke engine that the Japanese manufacturer Kawasaki launched in 1972. For a long time, the machine was a style-defining feature of Kawasaki's Z series. When Honda launched the CB750 in 1969, the first mass-produced motorcycle with a transversely mounted four-cylinder four-stroke engine, the engineers at Kawasaki also had plans for a 750 cubic centimeters four-stroke model in the drawer. Initial work began in 1967. After the moderate success on the American market, the company wanted to develop a motorcycle with more style and technology. It should be ahead of its time. The initial decision was to use a four-cylinder engine with two overhead camshafts and 750 cubic centimeters displacement. Work on the design began in 1968 and demonstration models were built. The designers were initially horrified when Honda presented its CB754 in 1968. Those responsible at Kawasaki wanted to clearly differentiate themselves from their competitor Honda with the Z1. Therefore, they decided to increase the displacement to 900 cubic centimeters. Kawasaki introduced the new Kawasaki Z1 Super 4 to the international trade press in 1972. The motorcycle, with its 82 horsepower engine, was considered a technical milestone. The design was so well developed that the engine remained in the model range for 12 years with only minor changes. After the market launch, measurements and test reports showed a top speed of 211 km per hour. The Z900A4 from 1976 with 81 horsepower but a shorter gear ratio was measured by the magazine Motorrad to have a top speed of 217.2 km per hour and an acceleration from 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.5 seconds. As with many other Japanese machines of the time, the chassis of the Z1 was not able to cope with the enormous engine power. As a result, unpredictable and dangerous situations could quickly arise with this machine. When accelerating at full throttle, the front wheel tended to lift off. The suspension and damping were inadequately tuned and the front disc brake was underdimensioned. The machine also had a strong tendency to vibrate due to the roller-bearing crankshaft. At speeds of 120 km per hour or more, nothing could be seen in the rearview mirror. In the course of model updates, these serious deficiencies were gradually eliminated. The typical design with the distinctive teardrop tank was retained until 1978. It was not until the end of 1978 that the spirit of the times was met and Kawasaki's motorcycles also began to get rough edges. The Kawasaki Z1 was the first big bike to be mass-produced and it defined the standards of a new class of motorcycle.